Subscribe to Film Companion for your film fix. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.
70 मिनट है तुम्हारे पास। शायद तुम्हारी जिंदगी के सबसे खास 70 मिनट।
Hi, this is Shimit Amin, and today I'll be talking about the Sattar Minute speech from Chak, which we made ages ago. This scene is nothing without Jadip's dialogue. I mean, that's what I want to say about that. I think we already knew that we would have a scene like this in the movie, the staple locker room scene. For months, I think maybe a couple of months when he was writing the script, they decided what would it be about, and I think we came to the idea that time is a very important thing. So that's what the Sattar Minute came.
आज तुम अच्छा खेलो या बुरा, ये 70 मिनट तुम्हें जिंदगी भर याद रहेंगे।
I think somehow I just felt like what's the most important, because it could be really abstract about victory and all that jazz, and I think I was instrumental, hoping I was. I don't remember this now, but the time was the most important thing, to say that you will never get back the time you lost. You lose, kind of a thing. My part in it was like not to make it like just straight up and kind of a back and forth and all that. So I think what I thought about when I just saw the beginning shot of Shah Rukh entering the locker room, I remember that I wanted this to be like in one take, whole thing, but it's impossible because I had other characters in it and I needed to see their reaction to get it all the right time, and it would be impossible. So that the making of it, I remember I feeling like it should feel like it's one take, in a way, although there are cuts in it. So I decided that maybe we'll shoot it like in one takes, and that's what it was. We took the Steadicam and we just shot it in one long take, following Shah Rukh around, and Shah Rukh was doing it in his element, and so he wasn't restricted anywhere, and which was the best part, that he could just walk anywhere and be anywhere. And first take, I think he just set where he was going to do everything, and then we just kept repeating it with different fluid motions to try to just get it covered so it feels seamless in a way. There was a certain kind of a pause in the film, drama-wise, everything, and kind of figure out we were coming to an end, and try to feel like, I remember getting a feeling that we had to kind of just mellow out. The film had to just mellow out a little bit here. And so the long takes would help, and then just kind of create this stage where Shah Rukh can just take it from there.
और ये 70 मिनट जी भर कर खेल लो, क्योंकि इसके बाद आने वाली जिंदगी में चाहे कुछ सही हो या ना हो, चाहे कुछ रहे या ना रहे, तुम हारो या जीतो, लेकिन ये 70 मिनट तुमसे कोई नहीं छीन सकता.
That's what I approached it. I mean, the locker room speech is like such a staple, and you feel like, we've always there's so many variations and types, but it's always about one person speaking and everybody reacting quietly and silently, looking at it. There's no interaction, so that could make for very boring filmmaking. Although the words are what drive any of those things. So as long as you give the space to the words and kind of give them the platform for which to kind of sit on, I think that's what I remember feeling the most important part of my role in trying to make this work. I think, and of course the rest of it is just him. It's just Shah Rukh. Just basically that's what it was. It's just that he understood what it took for the scene, which is him. In terms of Shah Rukh, I think he just felt it. He felt the script. I think we had probably shot so much. He probably was physically wounded and exhausted by the time we got to this sequence. Probably, we were shooting like crazy in Australia and all throughout, and I think it's just more him. He's so intuitive, and I think this film, I think he connected with in terms of the genre. So I don't think he and I kind of went into kind of very detailed conversations about it, because I understood that he got it. It's only when somebody is struggling with it, you kind of will walk in and say that it is such a basic kind of a idea that yes, and it came out. I think this feeling of the character, and he's done his he had done his work, and he must have done his work so well that he understood that woundedness, the kind of the kind of what he was fighting for getting back his dignity. That came out really well, because I think that for him, then this became important.
जाओ और अपने आप से, इस जिंदगी से, अपने खुदा से, और हर उस इंसान से जिसने तुम पर भरोसा नहीं किया, अपने 70 मिनट जी.
I'm going to talk a little bit about the bharosa part here. जिन्होंने आप पे भरोसा नहीं किया. That part is very crucial in this film, I feel, because it underlines the idea of what anybody in our life, and it's universal in one category, but it's very specific also to these characters and women and there's so many layers to that kind of a line. For me, when I went, and I didn't have the complete picture till I went to Delhi and I saw them play the real, the team, the team that went and played this. There was like a exhibition match with players from several countries, and I remember seeing this game with I think New Zealand, India versus New Zealand, and I saw how big the New Zealand women were, and how just how they were just conditioned a certain way. They had all the privilege at that time, and in terms of the training and everything they were doing, and I saw that these young women, Indian women, who had gone onto the field, and there was this thing where they just run out to the field in the beginning of the match, and being Indian women and knowing the backgrounds which these women come from, I kind of knew that they're definitely a different league than the New Zealand women who were, who had practiced in a certain, that were all kind of training that they would have had. And the kind of the players that the Indian women were, it's just like a night and day difference. In terms of me it was just a natural thing that it came from a real story, of course, and also I'm tired of male stories. I really am. I'm just kind of really roll my eyes every time I hear a guy story, a guy's point of view. I was then, and I was like, it's too limiting. They just don't have the depth. Most guy stories don't have the depth. They just, most guys care, most stories, they just, every guy is a privileged guy, who doesn't have any kind of dimension, any script I had read at that time. And I realized that, of course, this is more character in it. Of course, ultimately it's Shah Rukh's movie, of course, as well as a character, but that's the coding of the movie. Today would be different, probably. But yeah, it's there, and he's just the shepherd to kind of just say, now this flock can just be like on its own, stand on its own ground, and that's not me, that's just them, and that's what's beautiful about this particular thing we did together, that there was a voice for everyone, and there was not really like particular, this is one entity, which is what none of us wanted to make a movie like that, because, it's boring. If you like this video, please subscribe, to Film Companion down below.